Morning, everybody. Sorry about the lighting. We're just getting the sun up here on the East Coast, and I decided because this has been sitting in my dining room for the last 2 days, I should try and do a quick unboxing before I go out and about today. Plus, this thing has to charge anywho. So, this is the Dyson V11 outsize. I just picked it up from QVC. No shame, I put it on the easy pay because to me there's no point in sinking your account several hundreds of dollars at one time, especially if they give you a trial period to send something back, no questions asked. There'd be less money coming back to your bank account. I typically have in the past upgraded my Dyson, not intentionally, but it just happens to work that way about every 2 years. I'm not going to do it annually, but about every 2 years, it seems I've had my V6, I've upgraded to the V7, and now this is the V11 outsize. And this is probably one of the most current models that I've purchased to the time that it was released. This thing's probably been out for almost a year now, maybe about a year. The V15 just doesn't really interest me. It's literally just an upgrade power or an upgraded cleaner head. So I'm really excited to try this thing out. These are really the elite Dyson cordless machines, and they're really the ones that people are claiming and probably purchasing to replace their upright completely. And this is probably the closest bet that one could, if you understand what I'm saying. I had a V7. As impressed as I was with it, it was still a cordless vacuum cleaner, in my opinion. Side note, you can kind of tell this is a special pack-up because there's only a silhouette of a Dyson on the outside. Typically, when you buy a Dyson from the store, there's graphics and things on the sides of the box. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to probably set this down to open this box because the tape or the glue is so strong. All right, we are back. For comparison purposes, this is my foot compared to the outsize cleaner head. This is one of the upgraded torque drive cleaner heads. I will say that this feels a lot more quality built than my other machine, my V7. It just feels a little bit well made. Well, it feels better made. The tools also kind of feel better made, which they should be. For the price that you're paying for these machines, they should be. They want these vacuum cleaners to not be seen as a stick vacuum, but more as like the replacement. They're going to an all cordless style, even though they still have some bagless machines out on the market. I don't know if they're just taking a long time to sell them off. My wand is blue. It is not the red. Mine's a QVC model, so it's going to be slightly different. Mine is also a V6 or a V11 outsize Origin Plus, I believe is the name. I feel a strange higher quality difference between this and some of the Dysons I've owned in the past. And then this is the main unit itself. This thing is huge. This is ridiculous how large this thing is. So it's asking about English, hold button to select. Ooh. Fully charged before first use. I've always liked that little hum sound that these make when you let go of the trigger. So, one thing that I will say about this from the get-go, that is where your dirt intake is. It's probably about the size of my thumb, just the tip of it. The one thing I will say, this thing is very heavy. It does not feel the most balanced. It kind of feels like I'm trying to keep it from rolling forward with the bottom of my wrist. And it does seem a little obnoxiously large, which I know this is called the v11 outsize, but really this is intended for people with large homes. It's intended to be comparable to a large bin vacuum that you can clean for, a good while with it. You can go from surface to surface. You can clean um, carpets and hard floors galore without really having to worry about emptying the bin, and you're covering more ground with the larger cleaner head. Those are all great things for sure. But if you've got space issues, it may not be the most convenient thing to store, believe it or not. This is going to take up a lot of room, especially with all of its attachments. And speaking of the attachments, we have a stiff bristle brush here. We have a soft dusting brush. This, I'm going to assume, is the charger for the v11. That would be correct. This is the angle tool. This is a grip tool. This is going to go on your wand so you can store 1 and 2 tools on the machine itself at all times. Most people are probably going to store the combo and the crevice. Makes the most sense. This is the motorized upholstery tool. I really like these. I think that they're very powerful, and this is even more upgraded from the model that I have for my v7. If I can get out of the box. This is an upgrade from my v7 model. The brush roll is an upgrade. This is great. We have we have upholstered dining room table chairs. So this will be really nice for that. There's a wide area, almost like a mattress upholstery tool. Again, and then you also get an extension hose. I apologize for the camera quality and the captures or the shots with this video, because I'm trying to do this, but I'm also trying to get ready for the day at the same time. I just wanted to do this nice and quick. I'm very impressed with the build quality so far. That's something that my previous Dysons, I think, lacked a little bit, especially in the cleaner head and the wand area. But I will say, many people told me that you get 2 batteries with the v11 outsize. I don't see an extra battery laying around. The other thing is, I think that this will be easier to clean surface to surface with. I think that I will be more impressed with the deep cleaning capabilities of this compared to my v7. All of the pre-V10s, in my opinion, are solely a stick vacuum. They tried to really make them out to be something more than they were, but they were surface cleaners. They may have picked up some deeper, more embedded things, but the airflow, the suction just wasn't there. Even when you put just a combo tool on the end of the hand vac, the power just wasn't there unless you used the max setting, and that was ridiculous. You only got like 2 minutes of battery life, if that, and if you'd already been cleaning, sometimes you'd flip that on and it would shut off instantly, because it needs to spin. That digital motor needs to spin so fast, it robs so much power, and it's already spinning fast as it is. So if I do find a replacement battery or an extra battery, which I don't think that I will post that. Let me just make sure that it's not in this. Oh, this is just the docking station, unless there's a battery on it. Nope, no extra battery, just the docking station. No battery in there. So mine only came with 1 battery. Maybe that is the price you pay for getting the v11 Origin. Is there a difference? No. There isn't even an absolute model here in the US, so you don't get a fluffy head. There's no torque drive cleaner head difference or anything like that. It's all the same. So if you guys have any questions or input, maybe you guys own one, please let me know. This is a large machine. I really want to get the stand that will hold this thing up and kind of organize everything so everything's at the ready. It's chargeable and whatnot because this is a serious investment. There are times where I've never had my Dyson hanging up on a charger wall before. So maybe that's the reason why I've been reluctant to go grab it because it's never really been charged up like they should be. But like I said, please let me know, guys, if you have one of these, what you've heard, your thoughts, your opinions. And I'm going to be sure to keep you guys posted and post lots of updates of this machine because, this is probably one of the most expensive vacuums that I've purchased. So it better perform well. I'm a little concerned about the size of the hand vac itself or the actual main unit itself because it just seems so impractical to be able to walk around and vacuum surfaces with it, like above floor. So we will see. All right, guys, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.